Ladies and gentlemen, look, if you're trying to build an AI business, but you're still struggling financially, spending hours every day buried in complicated workflows, I need you to stop scrolling and hear this very clearly. You are not behind, you're not failing. You're just missing one crucial insight that no one else in the AI space is talking about. Every week, I talk to talented, hardworking AI agency owners who spend months perfecting their automations, fiddling with shiny new tools they find on X, and yet they're still barely breaking even. Meanwhile, the AI model I run just pulled in $111,000 in 3 days for one of my clients, runs at 95% plus profit margins, and just takes 2 hours to set up and is managed by my VAs. Now, this deal personally netted me over $27,000 from a 25% rev share deal. So why is there such a massive gap between those making money and everyone else? It's because they've learned to focus on the only thing clients actually care about: real, measurable money hitting their bank account. In this video, I'm handing you the 6 biggest lessons I've learned from 2 years of intense trial and error running an AI business. By the end of this video, you'll walk away knowing exactly how to skip the painful mistakes, how to stop wasting months on pointless workflows, and how to start building a genuinely profitable, leveraged AI agent business. But before we dive in, I need to hear from you first. Right now, what's the number one thing stopping you from making serious money with your AI agency? If you drop your answer in the comments below, I'm going to personally reply to a few of you, and I will use these answers to shape what I share with you next. Now, let's get into the lessons. So lesson 1, selling AI is why you are broke. You probably think showing off your N8N flows, make.com automations, or tech stack makes you look more impressive. But here's the truth. No client has ever paid me because I looked impressive. They pay me because I promised them one thing: money. When I was 20 years old, I opened my first business, an F45 gym in Australia. And in under 2 years, it hit 420 members and became one of the fastest growing gyms in the country. But I wasn't some business prodigy. I was making all the same mistakes I see agency owners making right now. I was busy talking about all the features, the class times, the equipment, how our app worked, but no one cared. The day everything changed was when I actually stopped talking about the gym and started talking about what the gym would do for the clients. We'll help you lose 10 kilos in 8 weeks without counting calories. As soon as I said that, sales exploded. That lesson followed me into the AI world. Early on, I thought showing clients how clever my system was, walking them through all the automations, chatbots, and workflows would win the deal. One time I did a whole pitch showing off our new AI receptionist, our retail voice flows, even a talking avatar, and the client nodded politely, then asked, "Okay, how much revenue is this actually going to bring in?" Now, that question hit me like a truck at the time. Right there on the call, I threw out the feature list and I said, "We'll bring you at least 10K in new bookings by the end of next week, and if we don't, you don't pay." And boom, the deal was closed. Clients don't care about tools. They care about outcomes. When you lead with anything other than money, you lose attention and authority. Selling your AI tools is like selling a gym membership by listing all the equipment. No one cares about the treadmill. They care about the abs. Next time you pitch, you can use an opener similar to ours. We'll pull 25K out of your database in 72 hours. Now, after I say this, and only after they're hooked on the outcome, is when I then walk them through how it actually works. So if this clicked for you and you're done selling features that clients don't care about, you might be ready for the Founding 500, our AI activation agents network. Inside, I'll show you the exact playbook we use to pull $111,000 in 3 days whilst taking a 25% revenue share. We're only releasing 500 entry keys, which are an access pass into the community, and already half of those have been claimed. If you want one, you can click below to join the waitlist, and I'll message you as soon as they're available. Lesson 2 is the one signature dish. Now, in 2023, I was buried. Every client call turned into a custom wish list. Can you automate this? Can you build me that? And in the beginning, I did say yes to everything. I built support bots, AI email flows, onboarding systems, and in the end, it nearly killed the business. I thought scaling meant doing more for people, but the more I did, the more fragile things got for the business. I was stuck in an endless loop of one-off projects that bottleneck growth, drained my time, and capped my income. The turning point was when one day I came across a word that changed everything for me: productize. At first I didn't get it, but over time I realized the problem wasn't the clients, it was actually me. I was rebuilding the same thing 10 different ways instead of refining one thing that actually worked. So I made a shift. I stopped asking clients what they wanted and I started telling them exactly what I was going to do. The principle I learned was to build once and refine relentlessly. You want to plug clients in and focus on performance, not customization. Doing custom builds for every client is like cooking a different meal from scratch each night with no menu. Productizing is like running a restaurant with one signature dish people come back for time and time again. It's faster, better, and infinitely more scalable. I documented every part of our then database reactivation flow, the way we imported scripts, timing, filters, and I turned it into a system we called Oasis 7D. Now, when we onboard a client, we tweak a few details and deploy. We get better data, faster feedback, and more predictable results without burning out, starting from zero every time. Lesson 3 is lock the controls. In the early days, I gave clients access to everything I built. I thought handing over the keys to the system made me look more professional, like they'd feel in control and they would feel empowered. But this is what actually happened. They went into the back end, they changed settings they didn't understand. This particular client updated the booking system on the back end incorrectly. They ignored the tutorial videos and then they blamed us when they had no results. The mistake I see most agencies make is that they give their clients access to their entire AI software or system, thinking that it will give them freedom. But in reality, it just creates more chaos. Most clients aren't technical and they don't want to learn, they just want the results. Access doesn't mean that you're making them feel empowered, it actually makes them feel overwhelmed. So the turning point for me was on one Sunday, I found myself on my third support call of the day, helping a client fix something she'd broken multiple times. And then it hit me, if I do this for 100 clients, I will literally need a full-time support team just to handle a handful of clients. And that's when I realized that this model will not scale. The principle is that clients do not want access, they want outcomes. Your system should run quietly in the background like a machine, delivering leads, bookings, and revenue without them needing to touch a thing. It's like Uber. No one wants to pop the hood and see how the engine works. They just want to tap a button and get to where they need to go. Once learning this, we ended up moving to a fully managed model, which meant no logins, no dashboard, and no tech headaches for my clients and myself. My team ran everything behind the scenes, and clients get the one thing they want: results and money into their bank account. The experience now feels effortless for them and is so much more scalable for myself and my team. Lesson 4, 100% is made up of 101%. Between 2023 and 2024, I launched about 10 different AI offers. These were chatbots, receptionists, content generators, custom workflows, and every week I had a new idea, and every month I was wondering why nothing was scaling. The mistake I made was I thought the next breakthrough was always one new tool away, but chasing every new idea kept me stuck in surface level execution, and nothing ever got the attention it needed to become exceptional. I was busy, but never building anything deep enough to truly win. The turning point was the week that we hit 111K in 3 days. I finally stopped chasing. That outcome didn't come from some new plugin, it came from refining one system, our activation agent model, over and over again until it was too good to ignore, and finally I understood that 100% is made up of 101%. Don't stack more offers, don't chase more tools, pick the one model that works and go so deep into it that no one can compete with you. Most people jump from one shiny offer to the next. It's like switching lanes every 10 seconds in traffic. You just slow yourself down. But what you want to do is pick the right lane and put your foot down and do not take the gas off. Since launching the activation agents, I've spent 12 months refining just one system. Every day we're tweaking copy, adjusting call scripts, we're testing messaging timing, we're segmenting data in new ways, we're running experiments every week, and that doesn't even scratch the surface. That level of deep work has made our model untouchable. The results keep improving and the delivery gets tighter tighter. And most importantly, the moat around our business keeps growing day by day. Lesson 5 is the house of cards. In the AI space, everyone is posting screenshots of Stripe dashboards, closed deals, and saying, I just signed another 10K client, I just signed another 15K client. And that's cool, but no one actually shows you what happens after the money hits the account. Here's what they don't tell you. Getting paid actually means nothing if you can't deliver. Early on, I sold an offer I hadn't built yet, and I heard the classic startup advice: sell first, build after. Now, it sounded smart until I had to refund a client because the thing I promised was actually impossible to deliver. I remember one pitch in mid-2023 where I told the client we'd migrate their data, set up automations, and have a fully functional AI receptionist in just a week. I was really confident until we hit a tech wall that I didn't see coming. My team spent days trying to fix it, and eventually I had to refund the deal and eat the loss. But what was worse than losing money was that I actually lost my credibility, and that's when it clicked. Every time you sell something you can't deliver, you're gambling with the most important thing about you, which is your reputation. If you haven't built it and tested it, do not sell it. Your rep is your real currency in this space, and it only takes one screw up to burn it. Selling an AI offer you haven't tested is like jumping out of a plane and hoping the parachute opens. It might look brave, but it's reckless, and if it fails, there's no second shot. Now I don't pitch anything that hasn't been stress tested. Every new agent, every new workflow, every new strategy is tested internally. We break it, we fix it, we prove it works. Only then do we roll it out to clients. That discipline means no refunds, no scrambling, and no reputation damage. Lesson 6 is the no movement principle. Success doesn't show up in a straight line. It doesn't reward effort evenly, and it definitely doesn't follow your timeline. In the beginning, I was doing everything right. Testing offers, refining workflows, jumping on calls, building systems, but nothing seemed to click. It felt like I was stuck in a drought, working harder than I ever thought, with nothing to show for it. Most people assume if they're not seeing instant results, they're doing something wrong. So they pivot too early, they quit too fast, and they never stay long enough to let the system compound. Then 1 month, it all landed. One activation agent, one client, 111K in 3 days, and just like that, everything changed. But here's the most important part that people miss. The breakthrough wasn't random. It was built off months of testing, refining, and showing up daily when no one was watching. Success is delayed compounding. You don't get paid for every day you show up. You get paid for staying in the game long enough for the floodgates to open. And a secret I'll share with you is that the ones who win aren't always the smartest. They're generally just the ones who kept going. Every time I've hit a revenue breakthrough, it's been after a silent stretch where I started to question everything. And that's just how this works. You plant seeds, refine systems, and keep showing up. And when the timing, market, and execution finally sync, it pours. The key is to be ready when it does. Now, if you've made it this far, here's what I hope you've realized. You don't need to build the next OpenAI. You don't need 100 tools, 10 funnels, or 6 months in stealth mode. You need one thing: a system that pulls real money out of thin air consistently. That's what we've built, and that's what I'm inviting you to learn. We've already tested it, we've already scaled it, and we've already pulled 111K in 3 days on a rev share deal that made me $27,000 profit with 95% margins. This isn't a theory, it's a working machine. And now we're opening it up to 500 people only through something we call the Founding 500. If you want access, you'll need a matrix key. It is your entry pass into the full playbook, which includes the exact workflows, the agent stack, the database monetization process, and how to sell it without ever touching code. The waitlist has 300 applicants already, and once the 500 keys are gone, they're gone. If you're ready to stop tinkering and start building a real AI business that prints profit and runs lean, click the link below, join the waitlist, and apply for your matrix key. No fluff, no fancy pitch. You've seen what we do, now it's your move.